breaking news type thing. We have two items which I'd like to talk to you about. In the first place, one of the doyens of the South African firearms community, Roger Stockbridge, ex-Springbok IPSC shooter, Springbok team manager, gunsmith, master gunsmith, firearms collector, members of the Dealers Association, unfortunately passed away this morning. So to Rita Stockbridge, his wife, to Austin and to Guy, his two sons who run the business with him. Guys, sincere condolences from GOSA and from myself personally, and from Lynette, who's not present, but yeah, we actually went and visited Roger about 8 days ago, Friday before last, and he was looking good. He'd had an accident. He'd broken his femur, and they'd taken him off chemo because of that. So obviously he seemed like he was getting better. Obviously it didn't work. So in the first place, condolences to the Stockbridge family. We're all thinking of you. In the second place, okay, so this was an item that we missed out on about a week ago. And you'll recall that in January of this year, there was an order from in the North Gauteng High Court with regards the whole snafu that there is about rebarreling firearms and whether gunsmiths can actually put a new barrel into a gun whose barrel is damaged. Now, the police for years have been maintaining, or for the last couple of years have been maintaining, that you have to get a new license for the new barrel before the gunsmith can actually put the barrel into your gun with a broken barrel. Now, that just doesn't make sense. So Judge Norman Davies in the North Gauteng High Court in January ruled that the police now have to come out with a clear directive on this. The order gets made. Police don't object to it. Goes on now. We're sitting now almost in June. End of May or middle of May, the police decide they're out of time for an appeal, but now they're going to launch an appeal against this order. So the documentation for the appeal has only just come to light. So they were late with the appeal, typically, but the argument that they make in their application for the appeal is that everybody knows that you've got to have a license before you can buy a gun, which is completely wrong. You can buy a gun without ever having a license, without ever applying for a license. As long as the gun stays with the dealer or the gunsmith or whatever, it's not a problem. You can take 10 years to apply for a license, but you can still buy the gun, or you can buy the parts. So now the police are trying to advance the case that you need to have a license for a gun before you can buy it, which is completely arse about face, and just typical of the police's sloppy legal draftsmanship. But they've actually now, this is in the wording for their application to appeal the judgment, the order of the North Gauteng High Court in January. So, with this is like what we call the South African police waltz. It's like one step forward, two steps backwards. And I'm not calling the police backward, although that would certainly be deserved in this instance. But yeah, so guys that were all hoping that they could get their barrels changed before hunting season starts, or now at the beginning of hunting season, sorry, the police have just chucked the big spoke in the wheel again. So I don't know how this is going to progress, but keep your eyes on this. This is a developing story. It's again the police just trying to make up rules as they go along, but they've actually done this in a sworn statement now. So let's see what happens. Guys, that's all for now. This is just a quick update. Look after each other out there. People are falling over at an alarming rate. Guys, go well.